Here today, we're in Dalston. The time is 1:17. I'm with Ramonie. I'm with Arz.
What's up?
What's good?
I'm with Wayland. I'm with Ruben. And I kind of, brought the man them together today. Kareem Mclean's coming. Probably be out by the time you hear this. And just wanted to have like a conversation about, journeys, processes for different artists that have come through different times. Ramonie, how do we know each other, brother?
Oh, it's quite funny. Perhaps some people may not know we're actually brothers. So, from the same household, known him all my life.
I don't even put that out there, so I'm surprised he said that. I thought he was just going to say, I manage him. That would have been cool because we're trying to be professional, but, he wanted to make it personal, so I guess now we're in a personal conversation. Arz.
Yo.
How you doing, brother? How do I know you? How do I know you?
How'd you know me?
It depends how you feel. I don't know how you feel.
What, like?
Whatever you want. He's looking at me funny, man.
No. I met you through my sister, a close friend of my sister's, and since then, me and you just got mad close. Started like treating me like an older brother. Introduced me to all different types of music and just showed me and introduced me to the music game. I remember we done Fast Forward. Was that 2018?
2018.
Like a workshop. You brought through a few artists, and I was one of them. Since then, just been tight, man. Just been managing me, helping me take my shit off. It's been dope.
I think the way I know you two, I think I know what it is. I think growing up, man never really had no big brother.
Mm.
And obviously, Ramonie, man had him from early, just with us, with me and the man then from like age 5. Mum and dad working. So you have mum working 12 hours a day, dad working 12 hours a day. So then they leave the 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds with their little bro. So naturally, you was always going to be close to me, and naturally, we were growing together. It's weird when you have your little sibling with you. It's like, you're growing, but they're growing too. So I think, we've grown up together, which is weird, but you're like 10 years younger than me. But at the same time, you see me grow. So it's very difficult sometimes to implement the big brother status. But I think I can because naturally, man's older than you, big homie, and we both enjoyed sports together. And obviously I'm faster than you, stronger than you, better than you at football. See, to be fair, Ramonie's sick at football. Let me not
Wait, is Ron
pretend.
better than you at football?
Way more technical than me. Technical
I could,
kid.
it is.
You could do some things.
I just feel like
left foot, right
man
foot.
can try some stuff, bro. Like, man's creative, bro. I start doing some things that I know a lot of people can't do.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's more powerful than that. He's a better athlete.
Man's a sick athlete. Man's a good athlete. I love, you know me, man. I love it. I love looking after myself. So, so naturally we're learning together, innit, on things that maybe I've done before you. So that's where our relationship's really good, just through sports, through music. But then it kind of crashes though, because when Ramonie started playing football, started smoking, I was stressed. God, that was bad. It was a dark time for me. You feel like a parent. You feel like you failed.
I feel like the bad big bro.
I'm like, fuck. What did I do wrong?
That was the start as well.
It was pain. I can't lie. It was pain.
a
When he smoked on IG Live, I ain't gonna
IG Live.
It was a whirlwind. It was a whirlwind.
Bro, fuck, man. I was like, oh my God, this guy, the whole world can see. You know the ones? This athlete, he was just at Barnet. He was just at Barnet. He was just signed, playing ball, doing his thing hard. Potentially was pushing for him to be a pro. So that was tough. But I think that was good though, because also, if you love somebody, you have to understand they're gonna break your heart. You know what I'm saying? So let's not play this game of, things are just perfect when you're in love. When you're in love, man are gonna break your heart. So I think that's my early part of understanding that this is my bro, but at the end of the day, he's a big man. So I'm kind of happy he done that, because I break rules. We all break rules, but that's why we're sitting here. If we didn't break rules, we wouldn't make music. We wouldn't even swear. You shouldn't be swearing. You wouldn't have a tat on your hand, tat on your neck. Obviously, you're a star boy. We know how you're living. Ramonie wouldn't smoke. He wouldn't go against the rules and want to quit football, go into music, quit Hertfordshire Uni, go into production. You got to be a bit unruly to be an artist, man, because I think really you're going against the grain.
I dropped out of college.
Huh?
See, like me, I dropped out of college. You have to do something.
That hurt me.
Yeah, that hurt my
Low
sister.
key, you hurt my feelings
Bro,
then.
my sister, you think Milan wanted me to? No way.
I was sad, man.
She ain't never want me to.
When you dropped out of college, that made me sad. Like I say to love people, just know they're going to break your heart. That's my story. That's my story last year, because I went through a lot last year, which you know about us. I went through a lot. You get me Ramonie, you know about you, like my brothers. But the good thing is that I went through it, I had used to. So last year, when man was in a difficult place in life, in my mind, I wasn't really in a difficult place, because I was like, nah, man, have the man them with me, and you are talented. So in my head, you don't won't know it, but I started to transition away from music a little bit, because I see you lot's talent was too good. I see how your talent was moving in particular, because Ramonie's transitioning from sports into music, and obviously he has to. My whole thing with artists, my ethos is get your life right. If the quality of your real life is good, then your artist life will be great because you have a lot to talk about. It's the mental health part that really plays a part in the music. If you're healthy and you're happy, you can make the sickest music ever.
Yeah.
And also, if you're dark and in a bit of a deep place,
can
but
still make
because
them,
the music's therapeutic, but you have to be able to be aware of like what you feel and what's happening. If you're not in the right place to be aware of how you feel and what's happening, your music won't be great. So that's why I pledge to artists to get jobs, to go running, to work out, to meditate, yoga, whatever it is that's gonna be like healthy for you. I say do. And when I'm seeing you two come up and you're doing your thing and I'm in a hard place, me getting organized, that was my therapy. Because I'm like, yeah, this is making me feel good. I'm not thinking about myself as much. You know, the journey that we're on now is more like being more selfless, because we've had a journey of making music. We've come up with a lot of people, Waylon will know. And some people ain't been team players. Some people have got big and just, you know, they care about themselves. They run over to their corner. But me and my crew, like me, Codge, like Figures, like what we've done well is we've really kept it and honed in Chibs as well. Like we've really kept it in the community and just tried to really like use our funds and our expertise to really just build up. That's how we got to Fast Forward, innit? Because the aim was Fast Forward was man seeing bare young boys and it ends blow up, and man ain't really happy because I think I'm the hardest. Like, I think when I hear people rap, I'm like, nah, they're all right, but man's hard. I'm like, bro, but this nigga blew easy though. That nigga blew easy. Then I'm like, this shit's mad. But then I'm looking at my purpose. I'm like, yo, you're a mentor. Like, you have power. You know young people. Your currency's high if you can tap into it. Man just started tapping in and just working with you. And then through you, like, you just started doing the mad thing, killing it. And then through Ramonie, as an artist, like when people start to hear who Ramonie is, they're gonna be like, this guy's mad. He can produce, he can rap. That's a hybrid. We ain't really got that in Hackney. Not gonna lie. I know bare Southeast are on the production spitting thing, because that's where I really saw it first. But in Hackney, there probably is the youth. Let's not be naive. There's someone in the ends that can do
a couple.
that. Probably, but I don't know that
Like
person.
more in South though.
Yeah.
It's bare, bro. Well, we're saying South, innit? Side of the compass. So I guess for me, watching you to be amazing and then looking at what I can actually do, I'm like, okay, you got funds in the bank and you have talent around you. You can sit there and be selfish about what you want for yourself as somebody in your late 20s, or you can think about the men that are teenagers that are dope and think about their journey and how you can have a part. Because are you creating for like the fact that you want people to know you and you just want to be known, or are you actually being creative because you just want to be involved in processes? That's what I have to ask myself, innit? And I realized being involved in bigger processes is more important to me. I'm in studio with you like every day. So actually, I always got bars in my head. So even if I wasn't letting out music actively releasing, I'm always going to be around it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think like my purpose started to change when I met you lot, and it was less about me blowing, because blowing is, you see that term, I want to blow. Everyone says it, you know, and it's, do you really want to blow? Oh, you could talk about that. Because on paper you blew last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how did it feel?
I don't know, it's mad. Like, blowing, it's like, I don't know. You could blow and have one song, and then, like, it's just like everything kind of changes, but then you got to keep that up. It's just, I don't know, it's hard. Like, I'll say to some artists, like, don't really be too concerned about blowing. Like, you can build your stuff up the same way without having a song that goes crazy. Like, you could just keep dropping and dropping and dropping, and eventually you're going to build up hella fan base. And sometimes that's better than just having one song that pops off. But, yeah, literally.
How did you feel having that one song pop up and that's all everyone spoke about?
It was nice. Obviously, it was nice at the time. It was a blessing. Like, thank God, thank everybody involved. But obviously, when you want to move on now, it's like, okay, like, like people's, like, sometimes, like, someone might know you for your song and not you, like, oh, like, Alone With You, or like, not another song, or da-da-da-da-da. Like, it can be a little bit annoying if you're trying to move on and it's like, this is all that's going on. But crazy. I don't know, you got to take on the chin because it's a blessing at the same time.
Trust
you know
me,
what I'm saying? It's a blessing. I can't ever complain about that.
It's a testament of your character, though, innit? Because people think they want to blow, but when you blow, yeah, what it comes with in terms of how much you might change, and the money,
what you got to deliver after that. And
and your art, it puts bare pressure on your art. Whereas before you was creating like freely. Now you feel like, do I have to live up to this? Is this my bar? Is this all I can be?
Yeah.
So I feel like the blow thing is it's murky waters, and you just have to be careful how you throw it around. And I threw the word around a lot when I was younger. I want to blow. But then I don't know, meeting you two made me realize it's bigger, because I'm like, if I'm ingrained like within like the center of like our community, our culture, then I always have something that's gonna do well. You know what I'm saying? Because man, them are gonna do well regardless. Like, even if it's just you make dope songs in your room, that's doing well. If it's I made a song that's what was it, 24 in the UK charts last year, the peak, I think 24, 25, 50 million streams. Like, that's crazy. Like, and we're in Dalston talking about it. Like, Waylon Reuben, mad. Man can say I'm involved in that. I know that person. And furthermore, he's cool, he's on the ground. Because when you lose yourself now, who's going to catch you, bro? Nobody. Your ends, your community are going to say, nah, that guy thought he was big. And then they're going to make you that one song guy.
It's super hard for young people, because young people, when they blow, it's like...
That's
they
why
they don't have enough knowledge to know how to hack it and how to... I don't know, that's why, yeah.
I think my uncles taught me from early. You ain't shit, bro. Like, I know you when you used to wee on yourself. So that's why my thing's that I know you niggas. I know you niggas when you had £1.
Yeah.
I used to get you food. Like.
You gotta keep people that can keep you grounded like that, 100%.
It's key, bro. That's why my thing was, when I'm seeing you lot so talented, I want to be around you lot, because man see artists, and Waylon can vouch, that come up and just lose themselves and just chat shit. Like, and I don't even like swearing, but, and if my mom's gonna listen back to this, or whoever, auntie, uncle, I'm sorry, but obviously it's just passion, innit? People just chat shit. Niggas start blowing that word again. We put it in
like,
quotes.
You see,
and they
blow,
just fuck up.
Blow is so dramatic. You can connect and rise. Rise sounds like you're still going on the journey.
Rise, I like
blow
that.
sounds like you want it to all happen suddenly.
Yes.
And instant, like, that's the reason why there's a lot of instant gratification in it. Everyone wants to like be accepted early on when it's a bit of a journey. Like, people look at Arz and think Arz just blew overnight. When if you look back at his catalogue, he's been releasing music for years. You're talking about 2018, doing Fast Forward. People haven't heard the Fast Forward track. They're thinking, oh yeah, Alone With You, maybe No Games. That's where you started, but you've been going for years. Like, so yeah,
I think I feel sorry for your generation though.
It's hard, isn't
teenagers,
it?
right?
Yeah.
You see the instant gratification for you lot. I was talking about this last night. We were talking about this last night.
we were talking about yesterday.
You lot are basically, you have to come out and be made already, apparently. So a simple example of that is, now the way man are blowing that through, like, TikTok's basically like radio, right? So you man can blow through TikTok literally overnight, like no game, right? And I think the pressure that's put on you from there, if you're an artist, is that, bro, if you see an artist wheeling off 5 bag views or whatever, that's gonna be, in your generation, that's shit. That's dead. That's not an achievement. When we was coming up, that's dope. Obviously, the internet's bigger now.
Standards, innit?
So it's the standards that are set, and I think it affects you on all fronts.
100%.
It probably affects you in your relationships.
100%. It affects you everywhere, because time's gone on and people have changed, and like, you're seeing way more now. Like, people my age are seeing so much, and what you're seeing, you're not meant to be seeing. Like,
it's crazy. It's like, we're meant to be made. If you're an artist, you're meant to be big. You're meant to be big yesterday.
Literally.
About today. You know what I'm saying? So I think personally, your lot's process versus my process, when we were coming up, because we're 10 years apart, right? So it's a generation ahead of you. You lot are a generation behind me. When we were growing up, I'm not gonna lie, I think, what was it, Waylon? Maybe originally, so we were doing grime sets. Man was doing grime sets, which is, I caught the end of grime. Grime was kind of fizzling, but still, like, that was it. Like, man going there, clashing people, live. Oh, man's hearing that this guy from over there in Mosbourne got bars. Is he mad?
They don't do that.
I link on Mare Street. What do you mean, man? Clash on Mare Street. I can search a video on YouTube right now.
Look, it's the F to the R-E-N-Z-Y. I'm a top boy and I can't see why. Represent H-F. Have you heard the bars that I'm backing? With your boss, what? They are slacking. They gonna beat me up.
Man spun a guy on Mare Street quickly. Man had a clash with Scars. Scars director now, innit? Rich Power. And this is before we're really linking up and become a crew. Apparently he's good, man. Link up Victoria Park, man. Said something like, I put a £2 coin in your gap and flip that. Take your wife into my yard and hit that. She looks like you. I send a bitch back. It's gonna clash. It's more like a mismatch. Everyone went, ah!
Crazy.
Man went off, bro, quickly. It was only like, it was 4 bars, bro. But that's all I had loaded, because I knew once I say this one, that nigga gonna be trembling. I went first, because you have to go first, psychology, innit?
Yeah.
So we come up clashing. So that meant when I was making music, it was chip on the shoulder. It was like, no one could fuck with me. Like, every bar's like, fuck them versus us, innit?
Yeah.
And then we went from grime to SoundCloud. SoundCloud was interesting.
Before you get into SoundCloud, you see the whole grime thing.
Yeah.
I kind of remember in secondary, I always knew I was gonna rap. I can't lie, because in secondary, even like to impress girls or something, I'll be honest, I told guys lunchtime, let's rap battle. Because I knew, bro, I could draw out my man at lunch, like, and he's not going to be able to come back for me. I'm writing my bars, like, while the teacher's talking or whatever, I got bars ready. I got an 8 bar. I know, this 8 bar, my man's not even going to look at me afterwards. I had it ready from like year 7, I won't lie.
So let me ask you this then, regarding your process then, since we're talking about writing. how do you not choose to write? Like, what's your? Because obviously, I got my last project in it, and when I look at my music's very personal stories. And like I said, I went through a lot last year, so Kareem Mclean 2 was the perfect time to start talking about what I'd been through in it. And my music's very personal. From young, I remember I had a breakup where one of my boys started going out with one of my things, and man wrote a song about it live and put it out, and everyone was like, oh, but I was like, bro, man, listen to Jay-Z and Nas go mad on each other on the mic. So it's like, and we come from grime, so it was already personal. So it's like, the music has to be a testament of who I am. I don't think I could just make a song gassing about something that's just, I don't know, something I don't live. So what's the process like for you lot in terms of making music? Because mine was grime, obviously, and it was personal, clashing, and then it turned into like music about me. What about you guys? What's it like?
It's like, I don't know, my emotion and feelings and like my day-to-day life, like what I be going through in like relationships. And
What happened, dog?
What happened when?
In your relationship, what happened?
It's been hurt, man.
You've been
It's been
hurt?
hurt, man. I can't lie.
Parents,
No, I ain't been hurt. Just, I don't know, not everything works. But I be rapping about feelings and emotion.
Your music's real.
Yeah,
Like, it's
like,
brave. Your
literally
music's brave.
Just what I be living. Like, no matter who I'm with at the time or like what's going on, I just rap whatever it is that's going on.
What about you, bro?
I just see a lot of stuff. I just like, because I might not always say what I see, say how I feel. I just put it into music.
I think the process for you, man, for your generation, I don't know if you, man, care about writing that much.
I do care about writing.
I think you, man. Come on, we're in a special camp. This is a special camp. This is not a normal camp. Like, we're in a camp where actually we talk about lyrics. Actually, we break lyrics down. Actually, if I write a shit lyric, you better tell me. You better tell me. I can't be out here with shit lyrics. We're talking about, we know what we listen to. Who do we listen to? Favorite rappers? I like Potter. Firstly, you, man, are my favorite rappers, actually. But I like Potter. I like Torment. I like Young Teflon. Listening to Joe Black back in the days. A bit of Mashtown, Frostman, like Margs, like Rims was going hard. Roscoe was going hard. Fids. The man, they were going hard. Everyone was going hard. You know, Way, Careless, Arms Out, Scars. Like, man, they were going hard. Like, you know what I mean? Even S, like, he was going hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk to him as much, but he was going hard. Everyone was going hard. We had a certain level of competition where we had to wheel off bars. We had to deliver. But I think your generation now, I think with the instant gratification.
It's more entertainment than music now, really. Like, it's more it's less about the music and it's more about how they come across and what type of person they are. I feel like now for young people, like, especially playing on TikTok, it's like, it's harder to get into the music. It's just like, what do they see? Like, is it quick? Like, does it catch them like quickly? Like, does it? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like it's like right now.
So if they don't catch them, it's not popping.
I reckon, yeah, for young people, I reckon that's how they operate, right?
So how does Adele do well in this world?
Young people, I don't think young people don't listen to Adele.
There's
Do you
some
listen to
music
Adele?
that connects in it. I feel like Adele's music, that's music where like you hear it, and once you hear it, you don't forget you've heard that. So you kind of go back to it.
Yeah, young people know Adele. 100%.
Yeah, they might not, like, when I was younger, I wouldn't say I listened to Adele, but I still knew lyrics to a few of her songs.
But they're not streaming Adele though.
Yeah.
You think so? So who's streaming Adele?
People that are older, people in
that
their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
You know what Adele said though? Adele said, this TikTok stuff's cool. Because man can't, I'm not a fighter of like, bun that generation. I'm not that guy. Man's not no old head. I'm an old head, young head. I fuck with young people, bro. If they tell me that little brand over there is good and I see it looks good, I'm buying it. When I see my young bros in a new drop, I'm like, what's that? I'm asking questions, bro. I'm not that guy that's gonna walk around acting like, oh, man was wearing this shoe in 2002. This is me now. But them guys look funny.
That's not moving the time.
Man ain't gonna cap. Them guys look like, my nigga, you're in a time machine. You're a dinosaur. You need to know, blood. Or go wear a suit every day. Like, that's what a lot of men do. Or go wear jeans and shoes. Yeah? Go put on your little jean, bootcut jean, and your little shoe, your little slip-on shoe, and you're good to go then. Because then there's no pressure on you. But if you're out here, youth culture runs everything. Youth decide what is cool. Man, them out there that feel like they know it because they're older, drop that out. The youth decide what is cool. So for me, I'm not gonna go against the culture, but I like what Adele said in it. What Adele said was, the TikTok culture is cool, but who's making music for the mums? And the mums have children, and the mums are gonna play the songs around the house. And that's just it. It's like, who's gonna be real? Who's gonna make the real stuff? Because it can't just all be the same thing, filtered down, we're all trying to be the same as that. No, we're not pop star. Well, she's a pop star, to be fair, but we are trying to make music that makes us feel however we feel. And that's just it. And at every stage of your life, her albums are our numbers, right? What is it? 19, 21, 25, 30 or something like that. So literally her music's about growth. So at 30, she can't be talking about what she's talking about at 19. And that's what Kanye said about Drake. Got on him. He said Drake's good, but his music's not even about redemption. He said the best song on Drake's album is TSU. Because in that song, he's saying, Mummy's not around, Daddy's not around. She got, and we heard that in a strip club the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, that song was so crazy in the strip club. But sorry for the kids, man. I shouldn't even be saying that, but it's just real, innit? Whatever. Me and I was coming back from a trip. But anyway, he goes, she gets to the top of the pole and she gets to climbing. I think that's the words. And it's like, no, like, she's climbing on the pole because her mum and her dad ain't around. That's deep.
Deep Hip was playing in the strip club, though.
Well, bangers, bro. Mad tunes in the strip club.
They play bangers in the strip club, I can't lie.
Dirk guy, North.
Dirk, Baby, Kodak, Finito, Chief Keef.
Finito, go
banger.
Finito, you go get your ones.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids, but you have to just dash them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
dash them.
they'll
I wish I was worse. I wish I had the whole pack in my hand. You see how that guy dashed it? Dashed it in the air. I said, yo, that's how you have to dash your one.
Dash it like a bill.
Like it's confetti.
Bad man, yeah.
Bro,
You have to dash it. Like, one guy was dashing it from the opposite side. And then they said his name on the mic. He must have been important. He's dashing it from far. Disrespect. Not even, you don't even want to touch. Throw it in the air, bro. and he even left after. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my point is, I feel like, yeah, it's got to be more like, just real. I think the realer the music, the longer it lasts. That's what I really believe. And I think, you know, my thing, hopefully, that I can teach you lot, because I know sometimes you lot are bored of me, because my camp is discipline. You know, Arz will know that. Ramonie, you know that. My camp is about structure, organisation, because essentially when we was young, no one organised us. And when I look at certain communities and cultures, Jewish people, Asian people, Turkish people, because we're from Hackney, it's multicultural, they're organised, man. Do you know how sick black creators I know? Wayland's one, sitting there. Chibs is one, sitting there. There's bare in the ends, and it's like, why are we not further than what we need to be? What, because man can't get organised? What, because I feel like I need to be competing with you lot? I ain't competing with you lot. Man's hard, you're hard, you're hard. We have different journeys. What is my journey? Let me sit in it and figure it out. So for me, I think that's what makes the music be real, and I have to stick to being real. I can't be trying to make a song and go on TikTok, use that engine, and I'm just gonna, bro, they'll say, look at the way my man went out. That's how he went out. He's dancing on TikTok now. My man's done out here. And there's no issue, because TikTok ain't just for dancing. It's just the same as Insta. Post what you post there, innit? It's just a video, innit? But unfortunately, obviously, the ecosystem, you need to be exciting on there. My shit's sentimental. This project's my last project. And people might think I'm joking, they might think I'm playing, but it's not. I'm too busy. Ramonie got a video shoot on Saturday, right? Ours, we just come up from Miami on Wednesday, right? Yeah. Ruben and Wayland I spoke to when I was in Miami about doing this, right? Bro, how? I'm one man. You know what I'm saying? I can't, and my thing is I can't cheat the game. Like the process, I've been cheating the game for the last year. I've not been writing as much, but over the last few years, I've probably recorded 200 songs. So I have bare songs to pick from. This project's gonna be sentimental. And at the same time, I also know if I want to do an EP here or there, I can. Me and Chibs got EPs loaded up. Me and Isco got stuff loaded up. I got songs with Arz, got songs with Ramonie. We got Power Numbers mixtape. Man's got pure music. But I can't cheat the craft though. If I'm not crafting like how I used to, I can't be out here saying man's a rapper. I'm more of a manager these days. I can rap though, for sure. I can rap. If you put a beat on now, 60, give me 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it'd be good. Give me an hour, it'd be phenomenal. Give me a couple days, it'll be extraordinary. You know, what did Lil Wayne say the other day? Lil Wayne said he was writing 2 lines for
he said he could
7
write.
weeks.
He said he could spend like 7 weeks on 2 lines because he says so many things
Already?
that he can't say the same thing again.
Yeah.
Crazy. Remember you saw it yesterday?
Yeah.
He said that he's at that level now.
Did you watch the interview?
Me and Ron was watching
Yeah, it was sick, innit?
Crazy. Just like when you're a high performer of that level and you want to continue to improve, you mark yourself against everything, and that's how I feel. Like I feel like I'm sick, but at the same time, I can't be out there saying Frenzy or Frenzola or whatever. And I'm not really living that as much. I'm more Shola, I'm more Kareem these days, you know. So I got to bow out, but on a high though. So I got to give you high level music and just tell the truth, tell my truth, deliver it. Put the messages in there. Hopefully you can feel and understand where I'm going next. I can paint the picture. It can be vivid for you. And you can enjoy that music and live with it and have that music for the next year or so. And then you might hear a feature with me and Arz or feature me, Ramonie, or you might hear me on Chibs' mixtape, Izzy's mixtape, you know, Londo's mixtape. You might hear me with the man them because the man them are going hard. I think where God's blessed me is from being so real, he's put me around a lot of good artists, young artists that are hard. And now we got opportunity to be as big as we want. Because we can do everything from our own camp. All I do is ask Chibs, can I get a podcast? He said, Wayland and Ruben are boss in that field. Jump in. I said, all right, easy. That was one phone call. Today, what? You were stressing about a photographer for your photo shoot on Saturday. What did man do? Made one phone call, it's sorted now, innit?
Photographer, sorted.
So God's made me good at this organising thing, you know? He has, innit? So I'm like, who am I to ignore that? Not everyone can organise, bro. You have to, bro, you know what niggas need to learn? Play your position. Learn your role, learn your lines. That's it.
Yeah.
Niggas wanna like, no, I'm a astronaut today.
And you're something else.
And then no, I'm a delivery man tomorrow. And there's no issue because you can be a jack of all trades, innit? But I think you got to master things though. I think you have to. I think, and that's word to ABOE actually, because me and Chips always talk about this. He says, no, I'm doing production for the whole year. I'm making a new beat every single day. And then after that, he says, yeah, I've spent way more, well, they say 10,000 hours, but it's probably more. I spent a lot of hours on this. Next year, I'm going to focus on playing an instrument. You know what I'm saying? And then he's moving on from one thing. And then you look back and you say, yeah, I could do a lot of things really well. But at every given moment, bro, man can't talk to you. All right, cool. If I'm going to talk to you at the same time, send a message, yeah, it's going to take me long to do both. My message to you is going to be slow, right? And the email I'm going to send is going to take me 5 minutes.
It won't be constructive.
If I stop here and I send the email and I get it done in 1 minute and it's accurate, and I put the phone down, turn it over, airplane mode, and I speak to you 1 minute, fam, the 2 minutes I spent were more focused, right? But I can say I spent 5 minutes trying to do both. So, bro, I just feel like when you're doing something, yeah, you have to literally put your energy in and just lock in. But that's where I feel like your generation got ADHD a little bit.
It's low attention spans as well.
I think you lot are fucked.
Fucked.
I think you lot are fucked. But it's all love though. It's not your fault.
It's not.
Social media.
It's fucked.
Social media.
Fuck social media.
You know, anyway. You lot can message me on the gram. I might get back to you next week. That's how I'm living. Which is not good, but... And that's why I know...
Way better than the predicament we're in. It's way better than the predicament.
I just think Tyler said this. I watch bare interviews in it, so I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to music and stuff. Tyler said NFTs in it. He said fuck them, and I'm not saying fuck them by the way because I would love to do good business. Anyone out there, shout me, shout us. But he was at a business model based on a world that isn't real.
Crazy.
He said, I'm outside. He said my whole career is built outside. I ride bikes around, I crash. Like I'm outside meeting people. I'm going to France. I'm Fashion Week. I'm here. Why would I want to be at home locked in on a screen, simulating real life when I could just step outside? And that shit really just got to me. And it was like, your generation, when we was in Miami, what happened? People come up to you. Yeah, I'm not going to share too much, but people come up to you and they say, oh yeah, what you doing here? You say, I'm an artist. I'm here recording music and that. Boom. Then they say, let me see your gram.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this part of the questions now? So before they decide if they like you, they have to see your gram.
You got to see the social media. That's crazy.
Am I tweaking?
Nah.
Am I tweaking? Waylon, am I tweaking? Ruben, am I tweaking? I must be. Because...
And then once they see the guy, whole energy changes because they see that I'm doing something.
It shifts quickly.
Do you not like that? Because maybe you
I don't
like
that
Nah.
because then it's just like, is it even real at that point? Because you're like,
you can't tell what's genuine.
are you fucking with me because, alright, like, or because of the media? Like, I don't understand. Like,
So how do you pick a girl? How
You
do you
gotta-
pick friends?
It's hard, man.
I just keep the friends I had before anything. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I be scared now. I've been through too much. Like I don't really trust people. So I'm like, yo, if you've been with me before this, like not to say that I'm mad massive now because I'm not. I'm nowhere near I need to be. But there's obviously been growth, and there's been people that's tried to come since there's been growth. But obviously, I gotta keep it like if you've been there before, then you must be real. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try not to like let too many other people in because you
How
never
do you,
know.
okay, cool. Because you're in a different position to me and Ramonie, yeah? Because I think my brand's more niche. I think Ramonie obviously is up and coming. How do you distinguish the difference between... So people are in your DMs, right? Artists, everyone, yeah? And they're going to pally up with you, innit?
Yeah.
How do you feel? Are they your friends or...
What artists?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't know. It depends what artists they are. Because some artists I would have known.
Yeah.
Like, and we have a relationship that's obviously outside of music. And we can we've had conversations where it's like, you know what, you're like a good person, like, and you're a real guy. I really fuck with you. And the other artists, it's just like, you might have followed me, I might have followed you. It's a mutual thing, but we're not dope like that. We're not mad close because I ain't even really met you. I had no conversation. So, I don't know. It depends. It depends.
I rate you, man. I rate you highly. Do you know I rate you? Because when we was coming up, bro, one nigga started getting success. And then you know me, I just keep it real. People don't like me for keeping it real, but at this age that I'm at, my birthday yesterday, I'm sitting in Dalston, Pirate Studios. I'm with Waylon, Ruben, Amanda, my brothers. I have to be honest, bro. I think if you're not honest, then you're not fully accountable for the life that you're living and the life you want to live. So I just keep it real. But when niggas started to get success, bro, oh my God. That's why I'm like, I'm so happy that a man's involved in your journey because I could tell you these stories firsthand. You literally see man that get too high, and that's what I'm saying. When you get high on your own supply, bro, what goes up must come down. So just remember that. And when you come down, who you want to stand next to? Because do you want to stand next to them artists that were your friends? Because they got new friends now. They got new bad bees. They're in a new place. So in my head, it's just like, I feel like users' attention span is based on social media and everything that you consume. You consume a lot. So how do you focus with all that?
It's hard. I don't know. You gotta take breaks.
And I don't blame the niggas that were distracted when we were coming up because there was no OGs. There weren't people like Man or like Wayland or like Ruben who are older who could talk to you about shit and give you experiences. Because you, man, listen. You don't listen to everything I say. I'll be honest. Sometimes, like I said, you done broke my heart. A couple things you've done. But I broke my parents' heart. I got shift. Crazy. Nigerian parents. Stunned. Yeah. They're shocked. Yeah. They're so shocked they didn't beat me. Yeah.
They're thinking, what's going on?
They're thinking, they sat me down. I was coming home like, yeah, my dad is gonna beat me black and blue, bro. And I'm dark skinned. But he's gonna get through with that belt this time. Yeah. But I got home and he said, why? And I fucking was so sad. But I realized from that point, yeah, you man have to. Yeah. But you man listen for the most part, which is why I really rate you. Otherwise, I wouldn't work with you if you didn't listen. Because it's a lot. I have to give up my life to really focus on Uzok's life. People want to say they're managers, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't throw the term around. In fact, I've not even announced it. So this might even be me announcing it. Because it's like, it's a lot of work, bro. I don't want to be out here gloating, I manage people. I think it's just so dead. I want to work, bro. I'm a workaholic, bro. My life is centered around work. I love working. Probably instilled in me from sports. So for me, I can really focus. I'm cool. But for you, man, I don't know. Like, you do well, but it ain't easy, man.
It's not.
It's not easy still.
It's not easy still. And it probably affects your process, innit? Because I guess, where do you in terms of your process, all right, cool. Let me ask you this question. If you had everything that you could have as an artist, like, so now your process at the beginning, like right now, is what do you do? Write bars on your phone?
I write bars on my phone,
Phone, we used to write on paper. So that's the difference already. And when you write bars, what do you do? How do you go studio straight away and record? What do you do?
It depends whether I'm in a session with a producer or like if I'm writing at home. But if I'm in a session with a producer, I just play beats, I write on my phone. If I'm at home, YouTube beat, write on my phone. And when I get the chance in the studio, I just play it.
YouTube beats, okay, that's similar. We used to do YouTube beats as well. And then you go studio, record it, draft, and that's the song done, yeah? All right, cool. Do you want to work with engineers or do you like being in the studio by yourself? Because you know you got our own studio. How do you work?
I like working with engineers because it's quicker. Yeah. But at the same time, I want to learn how to do that shit myself.
Oh, you want to learn? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I want to learn how to record music myself. Like, I know, obviously, like, when I've been at your house, I've been using Logic and whatnot, but I want to get my own studio and then, like, really learn and even, like, get into, like, having, like, presets and mixing and engineering.
Yeah, I just do that and you sold it. And you also just did that and you sold it.
I know.
No, hold on, wait. So basically, what happened here?
I never sold my studio.
I step in. What happened to yours?
My interface didn't work.
It broke. Okay,
and
cool.
I got a new interface.
Okay, who helped you? No, not to gloat. Sorry, I'm not gloating, but who helped you, like...
You gave Rico a shout Rico.
Yeah. Okay, so basically what happened, he don't want to say the true story. So obviously I encouraged the man then to get their studio because Jack encouraged me to get my studio. I got my studio when I was 24, 23. And it made a big difference for my whole process. I started to have time in the studio because when you're paying for like studio and you have 2 hours, you rush, you don't get it right, your takes ain't right, but you have to get it done because you paid £40 or whatever it was back then. So the process was different. So I learned, okay, if I get my own studio and learn how to do this, not only do I teach myself, I can get better quality songs. So we spent like 3-4 grand, quite a lot of money back then on a setup. Newman, TLM 103, Badman mic, Apollo, Badman interface, man, got the Mac. I started moving brazy, making albums, right? So the man them used to come to my studio, Ramonie and both Arz, and record, and they were recording dope songs. But I was like, yo, you man should actually get your own setup too, because then you have intimate time to start learning. So I made Ramonie get his setup. I made Arz get his setup. Arz got his setup, he sold his shit.
I sold my shit because I was young. I was like 13. It was too much for me. Yeah, bro. I was 13. I was young when I got it. I was young.
Pimping you, innit?
I was like 13, 14.
Shit, I should say that.
I was like 13, 14. Huh?
You were getting pimped.
Yeah, man. I was like 13, 14. And I'm like looking at all the stems and that. And I'm like, how does this work? Like, I'm young. I'm looking at stems and logic and files. These times I don't even know how to use computers like that. I was bare confused. I'm like, it's long. Let me just sell it. I'll come back to it. But now, if I got it now, I'd obviously like...
I didn't realise he was that young.
I was mad young. I was like 13, probably turning 14.
So we were pushing him.
Yes, bro. When I first started making music, 30. When I first started making music, yeah, like what, 13? And then like 14 when like really started like really making music and trying to get a studio.
Okay, so yours is different. Then Ramonie, you were getting uni. Man said, yo, you're in uni.
You should have
perfect
kept your
time
thing.
to do a setup. He got the setup.
Oh.
And I think the setup broke. But while I was another
I was even doing studio sessions.
Huh?
I literally opened a mini studio. I was doing sessions.
All right,
and
look
that.
at him, my man. All right.
I was working.
Entrepreneur.
I was
okay.
literally working.
He was working though. But for me, I think what was difficult was when you came back and your setup wasn't working and I watched you for months not to try and fix it.
Oh yeah.
My studio's been working for the last 6 years, bro. No problem. Because I respect the stuff. So I'm like, the way you, like your speakers, when they weren't working, you didn't want to go get it fixed. I'm like, bro, I don't know if it's your generational thing again. I don't like to bring generation in. But me personally, when I was younger, a man had something and I cherished it. Bro, that's it. Man's going to have it till the walls fall off. Whereas you man are like, man can get it again next week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's based on like, you know what it is? How easy it was getting a few things as we were growing up through lifestyle. So like, if I think about it, how hard have I really had to work for a lot of things?
You had it good, really and truly.
Yeah.
Because we're the younger siblings, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't had to work as hard as other people. Only now I'm starting to see.
You lot were spoilt, man.
I was,
Yeah, I was slightly
couldn't put my hand
spoiled.
up and say
Yeah,
I
you lot
was
sometimes
spoiled.
fuck me up, both of you. But
And
I
then
rate
even
you
when I
not.
used to get up
You
to
know-
my friends, like things were just easy.
Ramon used to get everything, bro, and so did you, bro. You was getting stonies and that when you was like 12. I'm like this spoiled brat. I'm like, this spoiled bitch. But you know, like, I have to hold it down because you're young, and obviously, it's good that our parents want to look after us, but that's why my thing with you, man can't spoil you, man. I'll be honest with you. I think I want you, man, to be bosses. That's what I'm telling you today. That's what I'm telling you when we was in Miami. You have to be a boss because, like, you see life, yeah? People don't really see it, but life, your actual job is to be a manager. Because we're all managing our lives.
Got to manage your life.
Man got to go toilet, the man got to have a food, the man got to have a sleep, man's got to call man's whatever, your girl, your crush, whatever, however you want to put it. Don't want to get no one in trouble.
Yeah.
And then man got to, but the man them socialise, man got to work out. Bro, I've just said 8 things. That's management. How do you manage that? You have to decide the time you want to allocate to that thing, right? So the way I want you to see life is that it's hard. It's hard, but people that go hard, there's no shortcut like around life. You have to go hard. If you don't go hard, someone else will go hard, and then you're gonna have to go hard later when you're older and you have less energy and you got kids now and you have less time, less money, and you're gonna be stressed. But you at some point you're gonna go hard. That's why when you see man delivering packages and smiling, they're saying, I fucked around for so long. I'm happy that man's doing this now. When you see man sweeping the street 5 a.m. and he's singing a song and he's bare happy, and you're thinking, what's my man on? My man saying, you don't know what I had to do to get to this point.
Yeah.
So I think it's that don't take nothing for granted, man. And we have to just work hard. And I think as man passed the back, I'm only comfortable to jump out of this rap shit if you man are gonna go hard. 'Cause I need to be able to go around and say, yeah, my young bros are the hardest. Yeah, they're hard. He'll battle you right now. Yeah, my man. My man got better verses than my man. Put them side by side. That's what man's on. It's a competitive sport, this rap thing.
Yeah.
It is not a joke, bro.
Yeah.
It's like sprinting. And in sprinting, whether we like it or not, aggressive henchman all trying to get to the finish line first. It's testosterone, bro. And I know it's toxic, it's masculine, all that kind of stuff, but even the girls be going off, bitch this and bitch that. What do you think that is about?
Yeah.
So it's competitive rap music. And I feel like I want you to be the best. And in order for us to be the best, we got to push each other. We got to make sure our real lives are authentic and there's good things going on there. And we have to inspire each other because people behind you lot, so that 8-year-old that's going to be 14 in about 6 years, year 10, when he probably starts spitting and putting shit out, he's going to say, oh, I saw these man when they're coming up. And you man got to be able to hail him up and say, yo, you're hard. Because you man might be able to manage him. And that's the ecosystem. Because then he's going to learn from you having a big song and what that meant.
Yeah.
And keep your head down. And he's going to learn from you the process, producing, writing, being an artist that no one knows, but you're trying to move, you're trying to come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, where, obviously you're talking about where you want this to go for them lot. Obviously you're 20.
I'm 19.
You're 19.
18.
You're 18. So when you lot get to, so I'm 25. When you lot get to 25, what is it that you want to see the landscape of music look like for the people coming behind you, so that when the next, like you said, 8-year-old, not even like 14-year-old, what do you want to be different for them?
I don't know. You can't. I don't know. I can't even like imagine. Like you can never really imagine what way music's gonna go or like how it's gonna look like. So I don't know. I just pray that it just gets better, and I got like no doubt that it will get better.
How do you
And that-
inspire them? Is what Ruben's saying.
How do I inspire them?
You
Just
see
by
you-
keep making my music.
Your actions.
Yeah.
How do you want that to impact a young person coming up? The way you speak.
I want it
what
to
you say.
motivate them. I want it to inspire them. I want them to see what I've done and be like, rah, like you can really do this. Like you can stay hustling, like rapping, and just like literally get there. Like I want it to, I don't know. I want them to look at me and be like, I can do that. Like I can do that. I want
How are you gonna help them? Because they might come to you. How are you gonna help them?
I don't know. I ain't
So
thought that. I ain't thought that.
Is it gonna
far.
be like being in the ends? So when you bump into people, you can chat to them.
I don't know because I can't help all of them.
No. As in like, how do you help? Okay, if it's one person, for example.
If it's one person and I'm in a position where I'm ready to help somebody, when I'm like not focused on myself no more, I'm like, yeah, I help you. I help them and take them in. I'd love to manage an artist or love to start my own label and just invite bare young rappers in the ends or that. I would start a label and take artists in that I see myself in. Like if I see an artist and I'm like, you know, that kind of reminds me of me when I was younger rapping or like where he's rapping. I want to kind of start a label and just have bare artists that I see myself in because I know that you got talent because. I kind of, do you know what I'm saying? I reside in you, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what you do with them.
Yeah.
Okay. What about yourself, Ramonie?
I think leading by example and building an infrastructure so that upcoming artists can kind of, there's a way for them to just filter through the same way we're filtering through. So carrying that on, not ending the cycle where like we've like been able to reap benefits from it and then a whole generation behind have to struggle or whatever. It should be even easier as we get further. And then in terms of leading by example, just making them realize they don't have to necessarily fit in. I feel like there's a couple, I've been through a few phases and 1 or 2 phases I've had, I wish I was a bit more strong-minded because I was thinking the right things, I just didn't act upon it. So just repaying them with that faith, like telling them, yeah, you can kind of just be yourself. You don't need to fit in or fall to certain pressure.
Things like what?
All sorts of things, man. Like,
Environment.
obviously some people, yeah, it's literally your environment and not like, you might feel off about something, but you won't say nothing. You just, like, those are my boys, let me just chill with them. Or nah, those are my boys, they're going to do that, let me just do it. But understanding
You
that
gotta know
it's
yourself.
your journey, like, you gotta know yourself. I feel like I only
That's
learnt
what I had
myself
to do
over the
growing
past.
You gotta cut certain shit out.
Yeah.
Like, if you're rolling with people and like they don't align with what you align with, or they don't support what you support, or they don't see the same type of vision you see, you
The
gotta cut them
earlier
out.
you do it.
You gotta cut them out. The earlier
Yeah.
you do it, the better. Even if like you reckon they're like what's best for you, they're not what's best for you if they're not on the same type of journey you're on, and if they're not seeing the vision or they're not helping you or they're not giving you that moral support, you just gotta cut it. Especially if they're leading you in the wrong direction, you just gotta cut it.
I think that's your strength, you know.
Life's too short for that.
Yeah.
I think that's Arz's strength.
I've had to
Yeah.
cut so many people.
I seen him cut man off when he was 15. I said, what?
Ruthless. You have to be ruthless.
Ruthless.
though.
Me, I'm like still 29 arguing about man coming fatal with me for my B-day. I'm like, what? And these are men that I love though.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm not arguing. I'm just like, bro, you don't allow it.
Yeah.
I've been on my own thing though, from 18. That's why I argue a lot with
I've
my
always been
brethren.
on my own thing.
But you done it so early, and I see Ramonie struggle with that. Because Ramonie's very, very like he wants people to be together. He
Yeah.
brings like that's a strength too. Don't sleep.
I feel
But
like
it takes a lot of energy.
yeah, it's good and bad. I feel like I kind of glue a lot of relationships together, innit? Like a lot of people know each other because I've introduced them. I have no problem with doing that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like it gets draining, or you might have new ideas or new things you want to try, and then that's where it's like, okay, I'm kind of headed in this direction. They're kind of going in this direction. How do we make ends meet? And then it's a bit harder, and then that's where you got to be ruthless. But I kind of struggle with being ruthless. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a good person. I struggle with it. I struggle with it. You can be a good person and be
I
ruthless.
struggle as well,
100%.
man. Last year I weren't ruthless enough, bro. Like so much things that are going on.
If you're not ruthless, people take the piss. You gotta set boundaries.
You have to set boundaries.
Yeah, that's
niggas,
something I
bruv.
struggle with. Something I need to work on.
Bro, man, it's crazy, man. So I think that answers the question, Rube. Like, I'm really confident in these man, and these man make me proud. They make me happy. As I get older, I get a bit more emotional. No, I don't cry in that, but I probably will get there because when I see these man do things, I'm like, these men are so sick. I see Arz in Miami in a mad session with mad producers, big names. I'm like, oh my, and he's delivering. I see Ramonie. I send in the video of Arz delivering. Ramonie will send me a new song he just made because he's inspired by Arz. I'm like, this is a sick ecosystem, and it's not toxic, and it's competitive, but it's nice, those friendly competition. Like Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, they text each other.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I see what you done over there, cuz. That stuff was nagging, dog. What? I see it 1-0. You won the league, all right, say no more. Hail up my man. That's the way it's got to be, man, because when you man are doing well, and I can imagine it, let's say, for example, we got DLT Motor. Didn't want to drop a name, but fuck it. I'll send the champagne to Arz. I'll send champagne back. Say, yeah, that's my guy. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like overall, we just want to celebrate each other. Like black artists, black young artists coming from where we come from, it's already treacherous. We already had and done gang wars and gang beefs, and I can't go here because I'm from E5 and he's from E8, but we're past that now, innit? We're artists. Change the narrative. Yeah. We own studios. We're mashing up charts. We're mashing up production and mashing up raps. We're traveling the world. We're meeting other artists that are nang. They're rating our ting. They rate our lingo. They rate the way we rap. We're multifaceted. We're sick artists. And now it's time to do business and build infrastructure, innit? So that's me. That's Kareem Mclean 2. I'm gonna give it to you lot. Hopefully you get to feel the energy and the inspiration that I get from my young bros every day, from this conversation and from the music. And I'll see you lot around, man.
Great.